Hello everyone and welcome to this week's watch list preview. I gotta make sure I say that right because the end of the week is a review, beginning of the week's preview. I should probably change that up, but anyway, it's Sunday morning, February 13th. I have a pretty decent watch list going for this week. Take a look and see. I don't know, we have some news coming out tomorrow. The consensus is that there's probably going to be a tax rate, or a interest rate increase tomorrow. So, um, we got to, plus everything going on with Russia and Ukraine, we got to just be careful, keep stops, honor your stops. But here's my watch list. Some going up, most of them going down. Verizon, XOP, Walgreens, UPS, Zoom, Etsy, Google, and Wayfair. So let's take a look at what we have here. Start at the top. These are all inside weeks. We have Verizon. Take a look at the yearly. Inside on the year, following an ugly inside year the year before. But we did come down. We're just below that. Probably just right about at the 9 SMA right now. Take a look at the quarter. Still inside quarter. We almost went 2 up on the quarter, but it pulled back down. So still inside quarter. On the month, right now we have a doji on the month. It's near the upper side of the previous candle. It's not too much. We have earnings on April 22nd, so we don't have to worry about that. On the weekly, we have inside week. You can see the 9 just crossed over the 21. Inside week that looks slightly more bullish. If you had to pick a direction on an inside doji, I'd have to call this a little bit leaning bullish, just because it popped above the 9 SMA. It's still about the middle of the previous candle, but let's see if we can take this thing to the upside. So we're looking for a break above 53.66, and then we come down to the daily for some targets, and we have right here's our trigger. Target 1 is 53.83, only a 17-cent move, but again, I put targets there not necessarily to take profit there, but as a place to set stops once you do break it. Now this here would be a nice target. 54.57. Target 3 is 54.83. Target 4 is 54.98. Target 5 is 55.09. I don't like that the average true range is only not even $1 on this thing, so it's not going to move a whole lot. So something like this, I'd probably be willing to go in a little bit heavier, instead of maybe starting out with 2 contracts, maybe start out with 4. That's probably how I'd play it, because you're not going to get a lot of movement here. Target 5 is only a $1.20 move from the, or actually a $1.40 move from the trigger, so it's not a huge mover. But let's see what it does. XOP, take a look at that, and all right, here we go. So if we look at the year, this is actually one of the better charts. It's 2 up on the year. Last year we actually reversed to go 2 up on the reversal, and then this year already went 2 up again. On the quarter, you see we've had a lot of 2 ups. We had an outside candle here, followed by another 2 up, another 2 up. So the quarter's been looking really good. And on the month, we've had a pretty good string of months here. A little bit. This is actually a real nice chart. when you get these little pullbacks, that's really nice. It helps sustain the growth. You don't want to go straight up. You don't want to just do this non-stop with no down candles. You can't sustain that. You need to have some profit taking, more people, more money coming in, profit taking, more money coming in, and get that staircase, that stepper staircase pattern. Those are the best types of patterns. So we're 2 up again on the month. Take a look at the week. Had 2 good weeks in a row, followed by an inside week. See the 9 and the 21 are both angling up nicely. Starting to get a little bit of separation between the 9 and 21, which is good. So look for a break above 115.20. And we come back to the daily. And this is where we have trouble finding some targets. 115.20. The trigger is 114.42. Target 1 is going to be 115.20. And you go all the way back on the daily, and I can't go back any further. So I went back to the weekly, and I looked for targets back here on the weekly again. So target 1 was here. Target 2 is at 121.48. Target 3 is at 126.36. Target 4 is at 133.20, which I believe might be an all-time high. Let's take a look. No, it's actually 181. We even have further to go. We have this candle. If you look at the monthly, quite a ways to go. But I do like this chart. This is probably one of the better looking charts on my list. Walgreens. Take a look at the year. We had inside year last year, another inside year so far this year, but it's still early, so and I don't want to confuse people. In fact, let me change these colors here. Make sure it's not confusing. I've been changing yearly to yellow. I have this on my yearly watch list. So I have multiple levels marked in here, and I want to try to make it as the least confusing as possible. Okay, so ignore these yellow ones. That's for the yearly chart. So we have an inside candle followed by another inside candle. Earnings dividend on February 17th. So we don't need to worry about that. That's not shouldn't really affect anything. But if we look at the quarterly, we're 2 up on the quarterly, but it's red. We're below the, we're kind of in this cloud right now, but we're below the 21 EM or SMA. We're still above the 9, but it won't take much to bring this thing down. You can see it hasn't been able to break above the 9 SMA successfully with confirmation since way back, way back here, October of 2012. Yeah, October of 2012. It hasn't sustained a level above the 9 SMA since about January, first quarter or so of 2017. So it's been pretty ugly for a while. If you look at the monthly, I don't like this chop in here. It's a nice trading range, but you're kind of stuck inside here. So I don't like that about this chart. But we are 2 down on the month. And then you take a look at the week, and we're in an inside week. Came real close to breaking and going 2 down on the week. So I'm looking for us to get that move this week. And with it being an inside candle, we kind of stored up some energy here. Took a week of kind of resting here, and then we'll try to break down below this. So our trigger is going to be 48.34. And if you look at the daily, Target 1 is going to be 48.17. Again, that's only a 17-cent move, but that's somewhere to set stops. It's also somewhere just to keep an eye. You may see a bounce there, may see a reversal. So I put that level there for a reason, not for profit taking, but um, you know, that's going to be a level of support, and it's a level to set stops at. Target 2 is going to be 47.90, way back here on this pivot low. Target 3 is going to be, we have a gap here. Target 3 is going to be 46.75. And then target 4 is going to be 46.58, and that'll be the gap fill on the daily chart. That's 46.53 actually. No, it is 46.58. Why does this say 53? Change that. I have it right on here. You can see right here, it's right on here, 46.58. But on my level, for some reason, it changed it to 53. So that's what we're looking at on Walgreens. UPS. Take a look at UPS here. And on UPS, looking at a doji on the year so far. Again, it's early in the year, so you can't put a lot of emphasis on that. Doji on the quarter, same scenario. On the month, we're 2 up on the month, but it's not looking very pretty. So, looking kind of bullish or bearish on the month. Take a look at the week. 2 weeks ago, we had a phenomenal week, and then this past week was a 2 down or an inside candle, but it was red. So let's see if we can go 2 down this week. Break below 212.11, and we come down to daily chart, pick up some targets. So you see we had a big gap here. So we're looking at the triggers 212.11, target 1, and this is kind of tricky because some people would come here for target 1, but you have to go back here. Target 1, our triggers here. Target 1 is going to be the bottom of this candle at 209.93. Target 2, there's a gap fill actually on the daily, 209.16. Target 3 is going to be right here at 207.25. Target 4 is here at 208 or 206 or 206.04. And target 5 is down here at 202.49. So that's what we're looking at for UPS. On Zoom, take a look at Zoom here. Not much to go on historically on a yearly, but it is 2 down. And early in the year, it's already 2 down. On a quarter, it's 2 down. On the month, we're still inside on the month, but it's real close to going 2 down. Earnings on February 28th, so we don't have to worry about that this week. On the week, we're inside on the week, real close to going 2 down. So let's see if we can take that 2 down this week. 137.28 is a trigger. Target 1 is going to be 134.70. And come back, and I actually had to go to the weekly again on this one to find further targets. So target 1 was 132.67. Target 2 is at 125.60. There is no gap here. This 125.60, the high is 125.88, so no gap there. Target 3 is going to be the bottom of this candle at 108.53. And that's what we're looking at. That's actually target 4. Target 3 was here. Target 2 was here. Target 1 was way back here at 134.70. So that's what we're looking at on Zoom. Etsy. Take a look at Etsy. Etsy not too pretty on the year already. Kind of a little bit of a shooter last year. Not quite a shooter, but close to a shooter last year. Already went 2 down this year. 2 down on the quarter. Ugly looking candle. Multiple 2 downs on the monthly. Earnings on February 24th. And you take a look at the weekly. The weekly's just been ugly since back mid-November. Inside candle on the week, looking for a break below 133.40, and we may break above it. I'm not saying we won't break above it, but just as ugly as this thing's been for months and months, I'm not really looking at playing it to the upside. You can, I'm not saying you can't. I do it on a lot of my charts. I'll find something I think may be ready to bounce, but just not interested in trading this to the upside right now. So looking for a break below 133.40, and then we come to the daily, and we have target 1 at 126.53, and back to the weekly again for more targets because we can't go back that far. And we do this. Target 1, 120.50. Target 2 is 113.49. Target 3 is 109.52. Target 4 is 104.30. So that's what we're looking at for Etsy. Google, I can tell you now, I'm not going to have alerts set for this. I'm not going to trade it. It's just too rich for my blood. I don't like. I'm too conservative. I'm not into trading anything this flashy. Tesla's about as deep as I'll go on the higher risk level. Google, just with there's more of a gap, more of a spread on Google, and it just moves too much for me to be comfortable. So I won't trade this one, but I'm gonna put it out there for anybody that might want to trade it. On the year, we're 2 up, but it's red. It's not looking too pretty. On the quarter, we're already outside on the quarter. On the month, we're forming a shooter on the month, trying to form a shooter on the month. We're only halfway through the month, so we have time. But the month isn't looking good. The week, we tried to get this reversal going previous week, 2 weeks ago. That was earnings week. On the face, it looks like earnings went pretty well. It beat estimates, but last week it just didn't like whatever happened last week. If it was just the overall market or maybe their guidance, I don't know what it was. But either way, inside week almost went 2 down. So we'll see if we can break below last week's low. The trigger's gonna be 26.68 even. And we come down to the daily, and here's our trigger. Here's target 1 at 26.40, 419. Target 2 at 25.69.70. Target 3 at 25.42.84. Target 4 at 25.30.01. And target 5 at 24.90 even. That's what I'm looking at on Google. Again, I won't be trading it. I'm going to cancel my alerts that I have set for it. I have the alerts set for video purposes. You can see right here the alert set. I'm going to cancel it because I don't want to get distracted by it. This watch list is already a little bit bigger than I like to see. I don't normally have watch list this large, so but I'm putting it out there for the viewing audience. But again, I'm going to cancel the alert on Google, not because I don't like it. It's just because it's not something I trade. Wayfair, and I say that because I don't want to see people, especially newer traders, coming out with a $5,000 account and trying to trade Google when it's going to eat up a substantial portion of your account. and it's not very hard to suffer a 20-30% loss on Google. And $700 loss on Google is just on a $5,000 account, so it's going to crush you. So Wayfair on the year, we're 2 down on the year. Had a shooter the previous year. On the quarter, multiple 2 downs on the quarter. On the month, monthly hasn't looked pretty at all, with the 9 just crossed below the 21 recently. Earnings on February 24th, so we're okay there. On the weekly, multiple weeks down. We had an inside week here, but aside from that, we've had nothing but 2 downs for quite a while. And then we did have a 2 up here, but it couldn't sustain it. So let's take a look. Look for a break below 140.62, and we come down to the daily, and target 1 is going to be 135.50. Target 2 is 130.44, and that's all I have for targets. There may be other targets you could find. You could come back here and look at target here, target here, target here, and the whole way down. I have a $10 target here from trigger to from the trigger to the target 2 is $10 move. We have an average true range of $11, so it's very reasonable to think we could do that just in one day. But that's what I'm looking for. Here's what I'm looking at. I'll post this up to Twitter. These are all inside weeks, and like I said, be careful with the volatility going on right now. Honor your stops. So again, thanks for watching, and see you guys later. Bye.